Hey lovers, welcome to Sacred Soulmates. I am your goddess Euphoria, out here in beautiful nature once again. Convening with the spirits of I have really needed to get out and ground lately. I have really needed to be out in nature and just letting the sun touch me, letting it kiss my skin, letting the wind caress my body, touch my body, and me on the floor, wrestle me around, play with me some more. I have been needing to get out and get a lot more of that because just being around people who don't have their spirit together, it's been rubbing me the wrong way a lot more than it usually does. And I know it has a lot to do with that Scorpio dark moon conjunct the retrograde Mercury in Scorpio and Venus Scorpio aspecting all of that. So it's just like a 4-point problem. You know what I'm saying? So I just been having to get out here and get a little bit more relaxation and just isolation and getting away from, the general population and more with my butterfly friends and my squirrel pals. I've seen a couple chipmunks, stuff like that. All right. On this channel, I talk about sacred love, divine unions. And that first begins with the union of masculinity and femininity within one's own vessel. Because only once you have that balance within yourself can you expect somebody else to even approach you on that level. I read off the chakras. I start with the crown and go to the root chakra. I know there are more chakras than that, but I just read on the mainstream ones because I want everybody to be able to get some, okay? The crown position is occupied by forgiveness. And what I kind of like intuitively channeled off of this is that somebody wants you to forgive them by remembering, or someone seeks your forgiveness, but it's not even like them like coming to beg for forgiveness. I don't feel like they're actually sorry about having to do what they had to do. And I do feel like this is somebody who had to do what they had to do. But they also understand this is a self-awareness and this is an empathy being shown here. They know what they had to do to make something happen or to put an end to something or to get the desired results that they had to get at the time. But they also understand that from your position, they understand why you would be upset with why things had to happen the way that they happened. And it's like they're just hoping that you can forgive them by using logic. But it's not like they're not telling you, like, it's not a dismissive, like, okay, come on, be logical. It's not like that type of tone to it. But they ask you to remember. Do you remember the time when we fell in love? They want you to remember. They want you to remember as a result of whatever they did or however things ended. And I always say soulmate connections, when there is a separation, it's never like trauma. It's not like somebody just completely dogs you out and, messed with your best friend or slept with your mama, or, something crazy like that, or you beat you down or pour all your clothes in the bathtub and lit them on fire. So it's not nothing like that. But there's always like external consequences or circumstances that have to split you guys apart and be taken care of before there can be a reunion. I heard in holy matrimony. So, okay. Before there can be a union in holy matrimony, like other things have to be taken care of. Sometimes the counterparts have to split back up and do some more inner work before they come back together. I'm seeing like the helix of the DNA. It's like you cross, but then you leave out, and then you cross, and then you leave out, and then you cross. So it's like until you guys get until your connection brings you so close that you are like, as one, living together, but then you still go off and, one got one job here, or, one stay at home, and y'all go about y'all day, and then y'all come together, as a family and stuff like that. Until it gets there, it's like whatever worlds that you all had built for yourselves or whatever lives you were currently living before you came into contact with one another, you have to like tie up loose ends or get things out of the way in those separate lives before you can mesh as one. That Bible scripture about cleaving, a man cleaving to his wife, leaving his family, a man and wife becoming one. And in that one, that's like what I was saying, like when y'all come together, and it is like that holy matrimony, Wale and Usher, that matrimony is like, you sleep in the same bed at night, but then when the morning comes, y'all go out and y'all do and live y'all own lives. Rarely do you see couples who spend all day, every day together, even when they have like the same profession. Even Beyonce and Jay-Z, they both are entertainers, both at the highest level, but even they don't be together all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something you do, like, maybe off in retirement, or even like Miss Pat and her husband. Like, she retired her husband, but everywhere you see her, you don't see him. So it's like there still has to be some separation. There still has to be some individualism. And with this forgiveness card, it's like two different beasts. You have a rhino and then you have a child. That's two different beasts. A human is still a beast. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't get on that high horse. A human is still a beast. They always talk about the beast in the Bible and stuff. I'm like, do you not know you a beast too? The people who hands wrote this book are beasts. So, but it's like two different beings. One more soft and needing of protection, one more rough and sturdy and more aggressive and could be slightly dangerous. So, and I'm getting like the one who has like a hint of danger about their life or their lifestyle or their occupation or just what they do, you know, on a daily basis. When they leave you, whatever it is they out there in the world doing, there's like maybe a hint of danger to it. I don't know why I'm seeing like a rodeo, like the cowboy, the people who be riding the bulls at the rodeo. I'm seeing that. So I don't know, it's something about they out here dealing with rowdy people. They could be law enforcement, or they're out here in like dangerous environments, security or something, or they're somewhere they work like event security, like concerts. I'm seeing like a YB concert, which it could get dangerous real fast in a venue like that, or a club bouncer, something like that, where things, you know, one wrong move and the club can be shot up. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that, where it's a volatile environment. They could work at a jail, corrections, something like that. But something about what they do in their alone time has a hint of like violence or danger or, you know, risk to it. And it don't have to be physical risk. It could be like financial risk. They could be, you know, a trader or something. Not a traitor, but a trader. Financial risk, or what they do has to deal with gambling, or they gamble, high stakes gambling, whatever that means. Poker, I don't know what's being gambled on or what the stakes are, but something they do has like a hint of risk, danger, violence maybe to it. And then the counterpart would be like more soft, more gracious, more sweet, maybe feelings hurt a little easier. So I think that's where where the person is coming in, like hoping that you can forgive them because something had to be done, and that was the quickest way, that was the quickest, most painless way that they knew how to do it. But they just want you to remember, like, the good moments. They want you to remember any goodness that came from the separation. They want you to remember any revelations and any wisdom that you gleaned from the situation. They want you to remember if there were any hardships that came from something that they had to do, or a split that they had to initiate. They want you to remember like the strength that you gained, or the skills that you gained, the balance that you were able to gain in the time that you guys were away from one another. Remember how you learned to maneuver without that person by your side. And it's not like they're trying to take credit for it, but they want you to not be bitter to the point of not wanting to receive them back. Only the Two of Wands here. I have the Ten of Wands and the Two of Wands. And only the Two of Wands gives me like a return type energy. So again, it's like I don't see like a begging energy from it, but maybe someone is hoping that if you two ever cross paths again, that there won't be bad blood between you. That you won't look at them as like some type of monster or like that beast, that you won't be afraid of them, that you would still feel comfortable, like, you know, laying your head on their pillow, lay down your burdens. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, I never even noticed that it's faces in these bushes. Like, them goons be out lurking. It's faces in them bushes. 1, 2, 3. That's the first time I've seen that. I've noticed that on this card. I love that these cards keep having things that I don't notice until, like, you know, different times that I read from them. I never even noticed. I always looked at, dang, that's a little boy sleeping, you know, with a big rhino, which is very weird. People are afraid of rhinos. They're scared the rhino will charge at them, and this child is like being comforted by him. Then I see like poachers in the bushes and stuff like that. So like this person may have known that there was danger around you that you didn't even know was around you. So it was certain measures that they had to take. That is giving very protective guardianship. Guardian angel? Okay. Now I'm seeing like what is called the preacher's wife. How we was wanting the first lady to cheat on her man with an angel. So it's something like that may be unconventional about this relationship, just like, you know, a child cuddling up with a rhino, because a rhino is hard. It's not like it's a pillow. It's hard. But somebody finds comfort in that. It's like somebody may be a little tougher in spirit than the usual, or somebody has, this person watched you become stronger in the time that they had to separate from you. So somebody may be like watching your like social media. You may not even know, but they're watching your social media, just kind of like liking what they see, just admiring the strength, the resilience that you are showing now, that maybe you didn't have as much of when they first knew you, or maybe you did have it and they just had never had to see you in a situation to exhibit that type of resilience. Because this person is giving me that protector energy, club bouncer, security, all of that, law enforcement. So when they were around you, you may have naturally relaxed into like a softer space or a softer vibration. And maybe they wanted to see if you could handle yourself in the kind of lifestyle that they live. Maybe they thought that you were soft and couldn't handle the life they live because you were already just naturally relaxing around that person. You were already kind of in your softness around that person because you just energetically could feel the protection from them. But something, I don't know, is with the Father of Coins. The Father of Coins is in the third eye position. It's like this person has a vantage point that you don't have. And, you know, protectors usually do. They usually do see things that others don't see. Again, something about their job or their lifestyle. They see things, they see the ugly side of people. I'm getting, what is it? Guantanamo? What is it? Criminal Minds. When they work on that bay, is it Guantanamo Bay? Something, they work on some type of base. Some type of bay windows, or like truck bays where trucks like load in something, trafficking. Somebody could be like I don't want to say affiliated with trafficking organizations. It's like undercover. Again, that undercover energy, like that criminal energy, law enforcement. Somebody could be an agent or something like that, and they see like the worst of humanity, or just like an officer or detective. I'll say detective more like, or a private investigator, or, you know, to even scale it down, because everybody ain't dating no detective. Even to scale it down, that they might work at fucking in loss prevention or something. You know what I'm saying? For a corporation or, you know, a business, they just may work in loss prevention, and they see on cameras something about somebody watching cameras. They have a different vantage point, surveillance. They're able to see the ugliness in people. And that could also be like, you know, investigating like social media and stuff like that. Somebody does a lot of investigating. They do a lot of digging. It comes along with their lifestyle. I don't know if it's somebody like, they could just be in HR and they have to like research people's social media when they look at people who apply for jobs. Everything don't have to be dramatic, but it could be something like that. These are just the energies that are presenting themselves. Like somebody gets to see kind of like the worst of people, or they have a job, like you work in a courthouse, you a bailiff, or you a court reporter, you a judge, you attorney or something, you court administrator, you know what I'm saying, you're a transport officer from the court. So you be there watching people in trial, and you hear some crazy things, you hear all type of testimonies, you hear all type of recordings, and so you've seen the worst side of history. Somebody has seen the worst of people, and they're afraid to give their heart to someone who is not strong enough or resilient enough to handle their type of life. In the throat chakra position, we have the Ace of Knives. Like this person is heavy on truth, and if they catch somebody like in a lie that kind of, you know, turns them off of people, if they found something about you that they didn't think was upfront honorable, if they saw you trying to hide something from them, that may give them pause. But I don't feel like this person is judging you. This could also be that they don't want you to have like harsh words for them. They don't want you to be like fussing them out, or they don't want you to think negative things about them or be resentful of them. They don't want you to have harsh memories. They want you to have they want you to remember them in a way where you remember what you learned from that person, or you remember what you got from them. You remember how they made you feel protected. You remember how they taught you how to kind of like watch your back a little more. They want you to remember how maybe they would warn you to like pay more attention to your environment. They want you to take from that experience things that made you more independent and more strong. Because maybe at the time they did see you as more like needy, independent. For whatever reason, maybe you never were needy and independent. You just relaxed because you naturally felt the protector energy around this person. So you just naturally, or maybe y'all were like, and they saw you in close quarters, or maybe they would come to your house and y'all would chill and stuff. So they saw you like in your comfort zone. You in your comfort zone is completely different from you out in the world. But it's like maybe through social media, through looking at your account, or through, heard it through the grapevine or whatever, however this person is able to keep up with what you got going on now, they're seeing that you have this resilience about you and that you will speak up for yourself and that you are a truthful person. And they just hope that you don't have any like harshness on your heart toward them. Ace of Baskets, they want you to still be in a receptive mode toward them. And they encourage you to take care of yourself. So it's like this person does not want to come in and love bomb you and try to manipulate you into being with them. They want you to really feel comfortable and certain of what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're saying and the agreement that you're making by dealing with them, because they don't want to fall for you and then down the line you complaining about their job or what it is that they do, or how their job is dangerous, or how their lifestyle is dangerous, when you knew it from the get-go. So it's like somebody's been trying to just make sure, cover all bases and make sure that everything is everything and that there is no manipulation and there is nobody who can be resentful about the connection, or nobody who feels like they're carrying the weight of the other person, because both people can carry their weight, but you still have that protector dynamic there. But it's like not to the point where you need this person and you call on this person every time something don't go your way, because that could jeopardize them. It's like they want to be able to commit, but they don't want to. It's like I'm getting like, again, self-awareness and empathy. Like this person knows exactly like how you would feel or think about something, or they want to know, and they seek to care and understand how you feel and know what you need. But they also don't want to give up the lifestyle that they've created for themselves. It's like, I want us to be together and mutually agree on this and no one feel resentful. You get what I'm saying? I like who you are. I don't need you to change. And vice versa. You like who I am. You don't need me to change. We could just be together. And when we together, we love it. And when we go off our own way, we do what we need to do because we know we come back together. That DNA, that helix energy, that come together, then separate. Come together, then separate. Come together, then separate. But still connected the whole time. And there could have been like recurring dreams, or just like repetitive remembrances or memories that would come to you about this person over the time that y'all may have been in separation. In the solar plexus position, it's the 10 of Wands. Like however it was that they got this information on you, or that they heard about you, or maybe watching your social media, or just kind of sitting back observing, or whatever vantage point they have that you may not even know about. Whoever they got that you can kind of keep an eye on you that you don't know about, which sounds a little creepy, but also that's the nature of a protector. They may just have people in places that you frequent. You don't even know that they know your person. And your person is like, make sure that they don't tell you, like, don't tell her, you know what I'm saying, but just let me know how she doing, type of energy. and they're getting word that you are handling what it is that you need to handle. You taking care of what it is that you need to take care of. You know, you doing all your own shopping, you pumping all your own gas, you taking care of your hygiene, you taking care of your kids, you holding down work, you working on your career, you building yourself up with your own hobbies and interests. You're just doing all the things that you want to do with your life. And they're enjoying the news that they're getting. They're enjoying the feedback that they're getting about you. And they hope that if there is to be a second chance with the Two of Wands, like looking at this ledge, like, would you take another chance with me, or another try again? If we go, you know, if we come back together again, are you going to maintain that same energy? Are you going to keep, you know, doing things for yourself and building yourself up and loving on yourself and, you know, being the strong person that you are? Or will you become needy and just dependent on me, and then because I care so much for you, I began messing up the opportunities that I've built for myself. I fall in rankings, you know, because it feels like this person does care a lot about climbing the ladder, not because they like, you know, kissing ass or nothing, but they have that sense of achievement. High achievement, earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, those are very high achieving men, or high achieving masculines, because you could be in a feminine, you can be in a female body and be majority masculine energy. So take it as it is, y'all. They don't want to have to come down from the heights of their success to kind of coddle and baby you, if that makes sense. Not saying that they ever had to, but maybe that was one of their concerns, or that's a concern that they've had to deal with in the past. It's something that they're very big on career, or very big on position and title. And I feel like they have more information to share with you. With the Ace of Knives and the Ace of Baskets, they have more information to give you about why they go so hard with the Ten of Wands about their title and their position. Because they could have a position or a title that you don't even know. That undercover energy is coming up again. And how I was talking about detective or undercover agent or something like that, it could just be that somebody owns businesses that you don't even know that they the owner of. This motherfucker can be the owner of a chain of restaurants and you wouldn't even know. You know, or they own certain brands. Because, you know, the people who own like the real big brands, like, you don't even know the name of the company. You just know the brand, but the company that actually owns it, you don't know nothing about it. It's something about assets and stuff in trusts, where the name of the actual owner or the person who actually earned all of this wealth is not on paper nowhere. They have executors of estates and, you know, beneficiaries and trustees and stuff like that. So it's like an important person, a big person, because these poachers in the back is like, this person has a reason to be on the lookout. They have a reason to like keep their head on a swivel and wonder, like, okay, who is that person being acting suspicious over there in the corner? They have a reason to always be in that protective energy, but they don't want to be with someone who, like, because now there's feelings involved, and now they extra protective of you, and they don't want to like crash out behind you because you a petty person. You get what I'm saying? Or because you don't know how to control yourself in certain environments. They don't want to have to like crash out behind you and mess up the career that they've created for themselves. Like, this person really has a really big heart, but they also have a lot of discipline. Seven of Nines, very strategic person. It's like they know that people be out to, like, you know, be out for a come up. They know that people be out looking for somebody that they can just, you know, make a fool of, or get a free meal off of, get a free ride off of. They know that, and they want to know that, you know, if you step into this lifestyle with them, that you know how to like keep it chill, like, you know what I'm saying, keep it pee, that you know how to not get in over your head, you know, with, or power hungry, or, you know, have a bloodlust, because you know that somebody will crash out behind you. They want to know that you won't send them like on dummy missions and endanger their life just because you know that you have their heart. Like Ace of Baskets, they want purity. They want purity and they want alignment. They want you to care about family more than you care about, like, you know, the goods. The Father of Coins is here, but that's the only coins that's there. It's like they got it, but that's not what they want you to care about. They want you to care about integrity and honesty and truth, and not about money, power, and respect, or control and stuff like that. Respect, yes, but more about compassion and empathy and grace and integrity. Like, that's what they want you to care about, because on their side of things, they already have to deal with the worst of people, and they just want to have like softness and peace. But they don't want the softness to be like manipulative softness, like, oh, I'm a damsel, please come save me, or like be bratty. They want it to be like, no, you really are a pure vessel, you really are a pure person, and you are hardworking, so it's not like you need somebody to do for you. You just deserve that, really. And I do kind of get this energy that they know that you deserve that and they want to pour into you, but these are certain things that they had to be sure of first. So whatever separation that had to happen, it was like in the time that y'all have separated, they were able to get all of the confirmations they needed to be able to, make a solid decision and make a choice. The fool is, walk a new path, make a new decision, go in a new direction. They were able to come to a solid decision in that time that they were off, away from you, doing their own thing. They were able to see how you strategize and how you handle life, how you manage things from a removed point of view. Like, without them, they were able to see how you keep going and how you make things happen. And it's not like they did anything to punish you. Y'all may have not even been on talking points when y'all separated, or like when they went another way. Like, let's say y'all was cool for a time, or y'all talked, y'all dated for a minute. It never even went, anywhere serious. But, y'all didn't end on bad terms either. It's something about that, like, things maybe didn't go as far as you would have liked them to go, but y'all didn't end on like bad terms either. But they also had to, at the time, they had to choose something else. Maybe this was a person that you thought chose someone else over you, or just chose a different type of life over whatever that you was trying to offer them at that time. But it's like, whatever happened, it needed to happen. So you'll know what I'm talking about. If it's for you, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's gonna be it. And I'll see y'all on the next one.